Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at our 2021 review. Now, in this COVID-19 world, we are continuing to adapt. Social distancing, mask wearing, hygiene, etc. are a way we currently live. Video conferencing with Zoom, Teams, and Google Meet are the norm in business today. Information is knowledge, and everyone more than ever wants to be able to see and control and summarize production data on a regular basis. Open, intuitive technologies are available to communicate like never before. Industrial plant data is rapidly changing. Factory 4.0 benefits are being seen, and everyone wants to take advantage. We are looking forward to the new year and new possibilities for implementing your control solutions. Now, each year, we like to take a few minutes to reflect on the past, current, and future of ACC Automation. You have helped us build the site that you see today through questions, comments, and suggestions. Thank you. So detailed information contained in this video can be found at accautomation.ca. A link has been put in the description below. If you have not watched other videos from our website, all the links will be put in the description below. So starting off the year, we looked at the updated firmware instructions for the BRX or BRX Do-More series of PLCs. This included an added web server and dynamic web pages that can be programmed. So here is our main series page with all the different videos and purposes of our BRX. And then we had our HTTP web server, and then our dynamic web page, which allowed you to make a web page and have it directed, and you can actually call up and have information currently in the PLC displayed live in your web browser. Then we had a file transfer protocol, or FTP, was implementing using the FTP client on a BRX Do-More, and a Windows PC was set up and used as the FTP server. And that was right here. Then we finished our Productivity Open series by creating and that Productivity Open is a P1AM, and we created a web server. Again, this industrial Arduino controller uses the input, output, and special I/O from the Productivity 1000 series as its own. And the Arduino IDE or productivity blocks can be used to program this controller. So here, and we also did our Ethernet Shield web server using the P1AM-100 Productivity Open. Then we finished off our Arduino Uno Super Starter series with a post on LCDs. And this Arduino Uno series took you through programming in C++ and how common electrical components work. It also helped understand the programming of the industrial Arduino P1AM. In remote I/O, using other controllers were discussed with the Productivity Series PLC, and especially the P1000. With this, Ethernet IP communication was used to communicate to a click and a BRX Do-More PLC. Implicit Ethernet IP was used, and the Productivity was set to the Ethernet IP scanner, and the other controllers were set to the IP adapters. So here we had our click being controlled using Ethernet IP, and then we had our BRX or Do-More using Ethernet IP remote I/O for our Productivity series. We used the Productivity 1000, but the entire 1000, 2000, or 3000 series could be used. Now, then we looked at, which was really exciting, was the Node-RED, which is an enabling software for Internet of Things. This means that we can communicate to control and read information from industrial equipment. So what we did was we looked at logging of information to databases and analyzing the information, which is easily achieved through Node-RED. And we looked at quite a few different posts on how Node-RED flows can be done. So just scrolling down through our Red Node series, you see that we installed the Windows software We then used Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP to communicate to the click and to the solo process temperature controller. We then used Node-RED dashboard to display as well as to control on a cell phone or on a browser within our controller or our system. Then what we use is Node-RED, and we used a SQL or SQL database log. So we took that information and logged it into a database. Then once we had that information in a database, we took that information and we used a spreadsheet to connect to it using ODBC and view that data for analysis. Then what we ended up doing was we used communication, used MQTT communication from Node-RED to the click. Then we also used Node-RED SQLite database logging using the click. We also did the Do-More, the HTTP request using Node-RED, so quickly communicating to that BRX Do-More PLC. We also installed the Node-RED on a Raspberry Pi 4 and used it as the main controller or data hub to grab the information from our systems. Then we discussed the RS-485, and we had a conversion. We used Node-RED in the ports of our unit to then communicate out to our process temperature controller. So several different things. We also discussed the error handling of Node-RED. We also discussed the programming ports of our Raspberry Pi. And then we discussed the Omron PLC and communicating through the serial communications using hostlink mode or C code. So again, we plan on continuing this Node-RED because Node-RED is part of your factory I/O control solution. Now, the Click PLC was introduced this year, and this provided the following features like a micro USB, DHCP support, DNS support, Wi-Fi programming and Modbus TCP. We had Bluetooth Wi-Fi provisioning. We had a SD card for data logging. We actually had a data logger now into the software, which has been revised to version 3.00 and higher. We had network time services, so we can sync the time to an Ethernet or an internet time. They also added the MQTT support for our Click PLC. We also had PLC passwords in the Click now. We can disable ports. We have strong password support. We can disable our ping response now. And we have encrypted password transfer. Now, this, like I said, this new controller also came with improved software that is intuitive for for newer programmers, because it has a ribbon menu that is similar to all modern Windows interfaces. And we looked at some of the new features of this updated controller, like installing the software, file projects, retentive memory, and establishing communications. Now, there were several other posts throughout the year that answered your questions or further explained a feature. Now, the C-More C-More Micro Program Quick Start was one of these posts that allowed you to quickly understand how this controller works and how to quickly get it up and running. And to this day, the C-More Micro HMI or Human Machine Interface is one of the cost-effective ways of getting information and viewing it to your operator. Now, currently, we have two series going. And we're in this process of the two series. The first one is the PLC Training Series, right here. And based on the information from a survey on YouTube channel, the PLC Training Series discusses development of a PLC, and the main components of the PLC controller are broken down and explained. The other series that we are working on is the EasyPLC Software Suite. Now, the software suite is a complete PLC, HMI, and machine simulator software package. And we're currently looking at the machine simulator and connecting this to the CLIC, the BRX or BRX Do-More, and Productivity Series PLCs. The machine simulator is a virtual 3D world with real-time graphics and physical properties. And this will help in learning or testing PLC control. So calling up the actual machine simulator, we can do that, and we can just look at a quick demo of the actual unit itself. And this is a machine center demo. We can turn on the I/O just to watch them turn on and off. Now, 2022 will prove to be an exciting time. We will continue with our two current series with additional examples of this 3D simulation of the process. This will be done using both the physical PLC hardware and the free PLC simulators from Do-More Designer or Productivity Suite. The Productivity 2000 series will show you how to implement this controller within the Productivity family. So we're going to start looking at the Productivity 2000 in the new year. And further red node flow programming and implementation examples will be demonstrated. This will include a discussion of the data hub, unified namespace, etc. We will also continue by looking at the MQTT communication protocol used with the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT, or you could just refer it to as the Internet of Things, IoT. As always, we will be answering your questions and applications so you can quickly implement your control solution. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below. If you have any questions about the video, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. If you want more information about us, or you want our free ebooks on numbering systems, robust data logging, please click on the link in the description below to get it. A new video is put out every Monday, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get more videos like this in the future. Remember to click the bell beside your subscription to actually receive those notifications. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.